If I was to task you with writing down a list of the best scores in Atlanta Hawks franchise history, who would be on it? Franchise icons such as Dominique Wilkins and Bob Pettit would obviously make the list. However, there is a third Hawk that could light up a defense just like the first two legends. And unlike Wilkins or Pettit, this man would do most of his damage from outside the paint. I introduced to you one of the sweetest jump shooters in all of 70s basketball, Super Lou Hudson. What's good, family? It's Commissioner CJ and welcome back to the BLA. And today we're going to be reviving the lost legacy of Atlanta's very first star. Lou Hudson was a 6'5", 210-pound swingman selected with the 4th overall pick by the St. Louis Hawks in 1966. He would play 13 seasons in the NBA, in that time building himself a quite respectable resume. 6-time All-Star, 1-time All-NBA, All-Rookie Team, 6 seasons of at least 20 points per game. Got his jersey retired by the Hawks, and we can't forget that he made the Hall of Fame as well. Now those accolades already demonstrate that he was good, but how good exactly? If you're asking me, he was absolutely elite, as over his career he would average 24 and 3 with 4 trips to the line and 1 steal a night, while shooting an insanely efficient 48% from the field and a modest 79% from the charity stripe, giving him a true shooting percentage of 53. And he would achieve these accomplishments because of his array of on-court abilities. These include a smooth, consistent jumper, explosive athleticism, and high versatility in the sport, as well as a nice mixture of size, speed, and strength, with his superpower being his incredibly efficient mid-range jump shot. Now you've heard me use that phrase a lot, efficient, but what exactly does that mean? How many points was he adding on by being as efficient as he was? Don't worry, I already did the math, so you don't have to. During his career, Lou Hudson attempted 15,129 shots, and since there was no 3-point line when he played, we do not have to account for that. Out of all those shots, he had made 7,392 of them, which would give him a decimal number of .489 or 48.9%. Now let's take the field goal average of the NBA during his entire playing career. That gives us a decimal number of .457 or 45.7%. Now we multiply his career field goal attempts by the league average percentage. That would drop his 7,392 made field goals to 6,913, which is a difference of 479 made shots. But we're not done there, because remember, they count for 2 points each, so we multiply that by 2, which gives us a new total of 958 points. So that small 3% difference in efficiency gave him an extra 950 points over the span of his entire career. If I was doing a scouting report, I would say he's comparable to players such as Richard Hamilton, Paul George, and maybe even a little Devin Booker in there. But that's enough about his career in general. Let's take it step by step to see what he was really doing throughout his career, and what better place to start than the beginning way back in St. Louis. Lou Hudson would hit the ground running, as during his first year of professional basketball, he would average 18, 5, and 1 with 4 trips to the line, with shooting splits of 46% from the field, 70% from the line, 50% true shooting. He would finish second in Rookie of the Year voting and help the Hawks claim the number 2 seed in the West, and he will also lead the Hawks in scoring. But he wasn't just satisfied with that, as he would take another leap and officially enter his prime. And during his best seasons in the league, he would average 25, 5, and 3 with 6 trips to the line, shooting 49% from the field, 80% from the charity stripe, giving him a true shooting percentage of 54. But these are all regular season numbers. What was he like when he got to the playoffs? Did he rise? Did he shrink? Or was it more or less the same? It was a little bit worse, but he was still very productive, because in the playoffs he would only average 21, 5, and 3 with 5 trips to the line, shooting 44% from the field, 80% from the charity stripe, giving him a true shooting percentage of only 49. With stats like that, you're not winning a championship with him as your first option, but as a number 2, or maybe even as a very efficient number 3, he would be perfect. But what was his best season of professional basketball? When did he put it all together to give himself the best possible stats and team success for his best season? And after much debate comparing different seasons and different statistics, I settled that his best season would have to be 72 to 73, because during that year he would average 27, 6 and 3 with 6 trips to the line, shooting an amazing 47% from the field, 82% from the charity stripe, giving him a true shooting percentage of 52. He would lead Atlanta to a 46 and 36 record, which would be 4th in the Eastern Conference and 8th overall in the league. Also along the way, he would get selected to the All-Star team, and he would even get an MVP vote. And while Atlanta would lose to the Celtics in 6 games in the first round of the playoffs, it would not be because Atlanta's star disappeared, as Lou Hudson would average 38 and 3 with 5 trips to the line, while shooting 45% from the field, 89% from the charity stripe, giving him a true shooting percentage of 52. So now you know the lost legacy of Atlanta's first star, so make sure you never forget how good Lou Hudson was. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to give it a like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. And make sure you share your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section, as I would love to hear more about Lou Hudson. It's been Commissioner CJ of the BLA, and remember to stay safe and get buckets.